Hello and welcome to today's edition of Great Recruiters Spotlight. My name is Adam Conrad. I'm the founder and CXO of Great Recruiters. We are the review generation platform for the staffing and recruitment industry. And I am joined here today with a special guest, Keisha Harvey with CareerStaff. Keisha, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here, Adam.
Well, I'm happy to have you. And I'll tell you what, who else is happy are the 230 candidates that have left you such spectacular reviews. Keisha has a 4.95 star rating, 98% highly recommended, and 229 reviews. Let me tell you, reading these reviews, I get excited to read them about folks, and folks have such great things to say about you. So kudos to you and congratulations on earning top rated recruiter.
Yes, thank you so much. It means a lot.
Yeah, great. So help us understand your background a little bit, Keisha. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So I have been in the recruiting staffing world probably for almost about 7 years now. I am a mom of two boys. They are 10 and 9. And I first started out staffing. I was a staffing coordinator for Horizon Home Care. I've done orientation, new hires, things like that. And then it led me to CareerStaff, and I'm just happy to be where I'm at now.
Awesome. And so most likely you were not a young child thinking about what you want to do with your life and career, and you thought, I want to be a recruiter. So,
Yeah.
well, help me understand, how did you get into this industry?
Well, I moved to London, Kentucky. That's where I live at now. And I applied for the staffing coordinator at Horizon Home Care and ended up getting the job. Absolutely love the people that I worked with there. It was fairly new, never had kind of worked in the healthcare business before. So it was all a new learning curve for me. And then about 4 years into it, I just realized, maybe there's something a little bit more. I'm missing just a little something. So it's actually quite funny. So I had my resume on Indeed, and all of a sudden one day I had a reply back or an interest from one of the people here on CareerStaff wanting to set up an interview with me. So that is how I got into CareerStaff. Just done a couple of interviews, and next thing I know, I was hired on and a recruiter for a staffing agency.
Awesome. And as far as the types of candidates, can you talk a little bit about the folks that you help and the type of opportunities that you have?
Yeah, I primarily focused on school nurses. So that's a big majority of the reviews is coming from school nurses. We actually staff for one of the largest school districts in Kentucky, which is in Louisville. So there is over about 200 schools that we staff in. So we have RNs, LPNs, CNAs. So what they just had me do is just focus on the schools and just a little bit of long-term care, but primarily schools.
Okay. And how has Great Recruiters benefited you as a recruiter?
Oh gosh, I love Great Recruiters. It gives such feedback, and I love how we give that opportunity to hear back from the candidate, like what we can do better as a person, as a recruiter, as a company, and a lot of nurses and CNAs, from what I've heard from them, they don't feel heard a whole lot. And so I'm really excited that, they can provide me as well as a review, like what I can do to be a better communicator, a better recruiter, overall just a better person with, just their career, strategies and things like that.
That's awesome. And what does being named top rated recruiter mean to you?
Oh, I love it. It's such an honor. It really is. And, you talk to these people, we work remote. So you have to form that relationship over the phone, which sometimes is kind of hard, but, I love being that. Is such an honor. It really is. And, it just helps you know that what you are truly doing is making a difference.
That's awesome. And what do you think that means to your candidates being named top rated?
I think what, that means to them is that, they can work with a really good recruiter. At the end of the day, I'm going to put your needs and wants before, anybody else's. You're taking a big step, because this isn't just for you, it's for your family as well. And, they can see from all the comments and, reviews that I'm going to put their needs and their wants first. And, just make sure that they are well taken care of and they're happy with where they're working at. Because that's a big thing to me is, where you're placed at, where you're working at. I want you to be happy and I want you to be comfortable and successful with where you're working at. And that goes a long way with them.
And the landscape has changed a little bit over the last couple of years compared to a couple of years ago till now. What advice would you share with candidates out there in the marketplace, being that it is a new market right now? What advice would you give them if they're looking for new opportunities?
Yeah, I would just research like what kind of opportunities that they're interested in looking for. We get calls in all the time. They're just looking for new opportunities. They may not even know what they're looking for. And, if you're matched with a really good recruiter who listens to you, and, listening is a very big thing of a recruiter. And, you're listening to them and seeing what they need and, what their wants are. I think that is a really big thing. And, if you're speaking to the recruiter, I feel like if you're passionate about what you do and they can feel that, they can, be comforted by the fact that they're in good hands.
That's great. And so, great indicator to candidates out there. If you find yourself doing more listening than talking when working with a recruiter, maybe hang up the phone and call Keisha, especially if you're a nurse in Louisville in the school system. But Keisha, well, obviously, you're doing a wonderful job. I think so many things that you talk about, it is about seeking to understand their situation first, right? We can always talk about the job. And I think that's really what has tainted, I think, a lot of recruiters out there. The perception of recruiters is because it's this high transaction. You're not a fit today, they just move on. And for me, if I'm looking for an opportunity, I want somebody like Keisha that is going to take time to listen, is going to seek to understand what is going to be the best fit for me. And I imagine if you didn't have something now, we're going to stay in touch. And so you're going to know what my wants and needs are. So when that great opportunity comes up, I'd just be a phone call away.
That's right. Yep.
Awesome. Well, Keisha, I really appreciate you coming on today and sharing your background. Once again, you can't go wrong with Keisha, with CareerStaff Unlimited. Let the reviews speak for themselves. And again, 4.95 stars from almost 230 reviews. Top rated recruiter. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best here in 2024.
All right. Thank you, Adam.